No way, no way, I ain't letting this go. Video time, video time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I ain't letting this shit go. I ain't letting this shit go. Check this out. Check this out. Look what that says. The Uvalde Mother. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It's in Texas. The Uvalde Mother. The Uvalde Mother who got out of cuffs to rescue kids from shooting is now being harassed by police, lawyer says. The Uvalde Mother in Texas, who was handcuffed as she tried to run by police outside Robb Elementary School, but eventually got free and rescued her kids, is now being harassed by police after speaking out about the ordeal, her lawyer said this week. Angeli Rose Gomez, a Uvalde native, was working on a farm roughly half an hour away when she started getting calls about the shooting and rushed to the school. Her lawyer, Mark D. Carlo, called the scene when she arrived the most horrible scenario you could imagine. We had these $50,000 to $100,000 cruisers surrounding this school, taxpayer items, taxpayer shields, and bulletproof vests and sniper rifles. None of those being used to go into the school, but in fact the SUVs, for example, were being used to block people from going in to save their own children. Ain't that some shit? Wow. Gomez was handcuffed by either a Texas Department of Public Safety officer or U.S. Marshal as she tried to get past the police line. A Uvalde Police Department officer who knew Gomez then intervened and helped her get free. As soon as they take me off the cuffs, I see his arm. I like, give me a little gateway because I'm real little. So a little gateway where I can just run in, Gomez told the WOAL this week. She says Gomez first located the classroom that her oldest son was in and told them to evacuate, then found her youngest son and helped him get out of the school as well. She has since shared her story, first with CBS News early June and with local media this week, prompting a backlash from law enforcement, according to her lawyer. Gomez was stopped this month and told that police received a report that there were illegal immigrants in her car, which wasn't true. We think that it was a pretense to harass her. Ain't that some shit? Then recently, Gomez was walking with her grandmother when they noticed a Uvalde Police Department officer sitting in a car with the lights on about a half block from their home. Gomez, who is on probation for a domestic incident, also was threatened with a probation violation on the day of the shooting. Ain't that some shit? Police from the state to local level have been harshly criticized for their response to the shooting, which left 19 children and 2 adults dead. Texas Department of Public Safety Director, the Uvalde School Police Chief, and incident commander at the scene of placing the lives of officers before the lives of children. 3 minutes after the suspect entered the West Building, there was a sufficient number of armed officers wearing body armor to isolate, distract, and neutralize the subject, McGraw told a Texas Senate committee last week. Of course, they could have neutralized that bitch. Uvalde's Mayor Don McClellan, meanwhile, accuses McGraw of deflecting blame from state law enforcement. There was no less than 8 law enforcement agencies present in the hallway leading up to the breach of the door at Robb Elementary School, McClellan said at a Uvalde city council meeting last week. Every briefing he leaves out the number of his own officers and rangers that were on scene that day. DiCarlo, who also represents several other community members in the Uvalde, said he considers the multiple lawsuits related to Gomez's ordeal, including potentially a civil rights lawsuit for infringing on her free speech or a lawsuit for false imprisonment stemming from her temporary arrest outside the school. The Uvalde Police Department did not respond to the request for comment. I guess they didn't, you cocksucking motherfucking cowards. You motherfucking cowards. Who needs y'all? You fucking cowards. Y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of fucking cowards.